Yo, what's going on, everybody? In today's video, I'll show you my Earthshatter Warbringer, my #1 build I've played so far. I know I said it almost with every build I do, but this beast is insane. So right now, I'm using dual-wield one-handers. I do not have enough strength to get Giant's Blood two-handers, so there is some improvement there. Took me 6 or 7 seconds to kill this boss. With dual-wield one-handers, you don't even need two-handers. It's actually crazy what you can do here. What I do for mapping though, I have a two-hander because it's faster with attack speed and overall it's just better feeling for mapping. And dual wield, even though it shows you the number goes down in the tooltip, it doesn't always mean that you're gonna do less damage. That's just how the dual wield is in the game. It doesn't show you that you get extra damage instance from the offhand. Dual wield is always better for damage. Nothing beats that really. So obviously for mapping, if you have enough strength, you can go Giant's Blood, you can get shield in offhand, like for example the Chernobog, for even more damage. I don't think that's really needed, but well, you can still do it. So here's a little bit of a mapping here. This is tier 16 map with full mods, 6 modded. I just ended Delhi here. The Delhi, you can see in the icon right on the corner. The Delhi was there, but this is just breach action. This was a pack size map, I believe. A lot of density because I was trying to level. I went from about 88 to 93 yesterday, which is very good. I actually haven't even died single time. This build is so tanky, man. It's insane. And I don't even have stupid amount of armor like I did on my main before on the Thunder Titan. I got like 20,000 armor now. But in case in Jade, Ascendancy is really good. And now I do have Headhunter here for the map, but it's not needed. You can totally play without it. I will show you in the guide on Mobalytics what kind of belts you can use. Obviously, I would say the best one and what I used actually for the most part. This Headhunter is very new because I had a good sale, so I was able to buy one. But the best belt what I used is the one from my main, which has attack speed gauntlet sockets. That's what I really like using because you'll be very fast attack speed everything in general. We're also using Companion. This crackhead end is what I like to call it because it has Haste aura. Also in the planner, you will see where to get one, how to get one. And it's really good. Haste aura, 20% attack speed, 10% movement speed. I'm rocking almost 90% movement speed, and we can get even more. I'm at like 84% movement speed right now, but we can get even way more, and I'll show you in a second or in a bit how to get that because I don't have all the points in the tree. Just talking to the chat here, to the stream, excuse me. Speaking of stream, boys and grills, I am live every day on Twitch, Kick, and here on YouTube. If you guys want to stop by, come through, talk about some stuff, show some love, or yeah, just enjoy the game. I would greatly appreciate it. But Wayward Isle, one of my favorite maps actually, reminds me of Strand in PoE 1. But it is Earthshatter does remind me of PoE 1 as well. I used to play that build. It's very good. It is very good. They buffed Earthshatter this league with its quality. For each spike, it does multiplicative damage, and it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Let me roll back a little bit at the beginning. I believe I had a double breach here, and that other breach was in Delhi. This is the first one or second one I showed. And no, there is no Delhi, I think. The Delhi has ended. But Forge Hammer is another absolutely crazy good addition for AoE and single target. Just drop it on the ground. You detonate it with Earth with the Warcry, which on Warbringer, which is what we play, you ignore cooldowns on Warcries. It's actually the first Ascendancy. You can do it level 20. So Earthshatter and Volcanic Fissure both unlock at level 22. I have a full guide in the right upper corner how to level with it. It's the best leveling experience. Warbringer with Earthshatter and Volcanic Fissure, it's so smooth, it's insane. If we don't get a Druid next league, I am going to league start with this bad boy. 100%. But yeah, as you guys know, as always, we got that planner on Mobalytics right here on the screen, which is boom. There is a POB code right here on the right side. Just copy the code and put it in, but it's all written stuff, you know, the items, everything. The belts here, again, Headhunter is ideal for mapping, but Ingenuity, which buffs your rings, which is a huge buff to both damage mainly, but also resistances and some rarity. So I might swap to this eventually, we'll see about that. But Darkness Enthroned, Gloves attack speed sockets, I really like that as well. But stats, jewels, you know, skills, tree as well, and then rotation, stuff like that. Even my Atlas tree. And POB here, you can play around with it with your configuration here of the buffs, debuffs. You will also see what I picked during the campaign in the POB, quest rewards. So you'll be able to see all that and down here. And then yeah, tree, all the good stuff. Now let's take you into the game and let's talk about some of the great and good stuff. So first things, we get the skill gems. I have random green gems in my Mace Strike. That is to trigger Gem Enthusiast passive down here, because this will give us life and this will give us movement speed for the green gems, 10 green gems. So you can see now with my end, I'm at 87% movement speed, and we can get even beyond that. Look at that thing. I am still missing 2, 2, and 3. That's 7% movement speed. I can go over 90% movement speed, no buffs, no shrine, I mean. That's super fast. If you sprint, it's even faster like that. But I do have leap here for movement, and you know, some maps that have bad layout, you can jump off cliffs. So I really like leap. I sometimes use this for mobility. And again, this reminds me of the PoE one a lot, because that's what you used on the Earthshatter build, leap into Earthshatter detonation of Warcries. Except you could auto exert Warcries, not here. So Earthshatter gems, I like rabbit attacks for mapping. For bosses, I would swap close combat like this. You would still have Gem Enthusiast active, but close combat is much better for damage. It took me like 3 or 4 rotations on Xesht with dual wield one-handers. So rapid attacks, we go Defy. Again, I have a full video how this headpiece works, constructing command in the right upper corner. With this headpiece, basically, even if we are at 0 mana, we can still use our attacks, as you can see right here. We can still keep spamming them. This only works for attacks though, with the tag attack, which Earthshatter has. So fire attunement, we are full fire, running avatar of fire. So we ignite a lot, so fire attunement is the best damage, as you can see here. It does like 4k. Branching Fissures is what you want for sure. That's a new support gem in this league. Definitely better than Upheaval, because with Upheaval you have less attack speed, but this is only less damage and less effect, AoE. This only applies to those 2 spawning ones. The main one doesn't have decreased damage, because as you can see, it doesn't, decrease damage. So that means it's only applied to those 2 on the side. Rakiata Flow literally doubles the damage. This is a great jewel. This will revert the resistances on the enemies. So this doesn't show here, but in POB, Path of Building, you can see this doubles the damage. Very good jewel in Earthshatter. For Jammer, Fire Attunement, again, big damage increase. You can see, like 14,000. Defy, again, so we can use it without mana. You use this usually before bosses with mana full, but I like to use this during mapping when I have no mana, so I can still use it with 0 mana. It's really good. This gem also like makes your damage lucky, which means the damage is rolled twice and the better result is used. Next up, Branching Fissures. For more AoE, you don't need this, but I really like how it looks on the screen. It's a big ass AoE, so I'm a big fan of that. And also, the damage you deal with the Aftershocks from Earthshatter, it does a lot. This is great for AoE. Close Combat, next up, more multiplicative damage. And Fist of War, this one does endlessly boost your attacks for multiplicative damage. This is doubled, so 60% multi-damage and more AoE. So this is really crazy. Every 14 seconds, you really want this one, big one. Infernal Cry, now for the Warcries, we go with mobility because we use it while moving, so we want to have less movement speed penalty when we use it, right? Now, best addition to this Warcry is Astral Projection. What we can do is we can send Earthshatter to the edge of the screen like this, for example, and we can detonate it at distance with Warcry. We do not usually Warcry is just around your character, but we can usually Warcry distance like this. That's just mental. Best addition. Shout out to my boy Yonko with these 2 gems, man. He's a legend. Earthshatter brother. Firm handshakes. He came up with that. Raging Cry to get Warcry. Now with this, it's a great combination to get power, because now with Warcries, you need power to trigger these buffs from Warcry. So we go with Roaring Cries. Your Warcries always have minimum power, so you always get Rage when you use Warcry without any enemies around you. So before bosses, you use, few Warcries to get a cap of Rage, and then you just start blasting more about it in rotation later. Efficiency for less cost, because we are using Life Tap. Since if we are at 0 mana, we cannot use this Warcry because it's not attack tag. So I like Life Tap. It's only 48 life, so that's totally fine. It's not even fully leveled up. But yeah, that will be support gems. Ancestral Cry. You need to ignite enemies to get glory to trigger this Warcry. But since we are full fire, we always ignite. We always get glory. So this will make your attacks ancestrally boosted, which adds so much damage and AoE, as you can see once again. It's really great for this build. You also trigger like volcanic eruptions with, I mean, volcanic steps, which also does a lot of damage. It's really crazy. This Warcry is ridiculously strong. I would need to get endurance charges though to make it last longer, which I don't have. But for the support gems here, this is just a test. You don't need fire exposure, probably not even needed. But close combat for some damage with the steps. We got fire attunement, damage, fire, more duration because it's a buff, and then convert life again so we can use it at 0 mana. This is very important, so it's also very good. You can see I'm still missing 1 level on the skills. I'm even missing a skill level here and also corrupted for +1. I'm not even fully min-max for the showcase. That just shows it's still strong even without min-maxing. Now for companion, we are running Frozen Mandibles. You want to search for Haste Aura. This is movement speed and attack speed 20%. Cast speed also applies to the Infernal Cry. No, it doesn't. Only skill speed does. But it's still very strong. That's why we are so zoomy with the movement speed. Where you get these is Interlude 3. You want to go to Ashen Forest from Gladefall, from the Glade. You want to search for a checkpoint. Near the checkpoint, there is sand. There is sand where rare ant emerges from. And that's this one. You want to wait for it to have Haste Aura. If it doesn't have that, don't kill it. Just respawn at checkpoint right here. It will be a button here. And that way he spawns again with new modifiers. You're waiting for the Haste Aura. These frozen balls or explosions orbs are from this pet, but it doesn't do any damage because we have Brutus Brain. With this, he cannot die. He is immortal, and that's what we want. Best addition they did to companions this league for Aura bots, if you will. So Leap Slam is for mobility. You want to stack as much attack speed for it as possible because it still has total attack time bullshit. You cannot scale it down below that number, but rapid attacks, cadence, these buff the attack speed a lot. Rage for another multi-attack speed, and with Rage Force, you will always be under the cap of Rage, under the full cap, which means this attack speed is always active. So it's actually not that bad. It's pretty fast. You can cut some huge distance with this. I would say it's very fast actually, compared to for what it normally is. So I'm a big fan of this skill. And again, Defy, so you can use it in 0 mana. For auras, we want the Herald of Ash for the damage ignite it does. So the monsters get deleted with the ignite from here. So AoE increase, fire support here. Now it depends on your spirit. I have spirit from the chest piece 59. So I can use Cannibalism level 1 for HP sustain. And then Herbalism for big life from flasks. It's insane how much this heals, man. People will watch my stream. They're thinking I have insane life regen, but it's the flask. It's insane. And I never run out on the flask at all. Because we have Time of Need, which heals us for almost 700 life. This is now intelligence required gem, which wasn't before, so I don't have really enough intelligence. Actually, I can run higher. I'm not sure why I'm not running higher, but this is proccing every almost 6.5 seconds. This will dispel your curses and elemental ailment, so stuff like temporal chains and maps, we don't care about that, man. You just get it dispelled here. No problem. You want to run compressed duration, so it procs, faster. And then you have this Uthred's Omen, which gives you +3 to skills. +3 to skills means it will heal a lot, but it also reduces the duration between blessings, which is very important. With this, I do have a gem with +3 Time of Need. I bought 3 of them when they were 100 Exiles, or actually, hold on, it was 3 Divines. 3 Divines is what I bought it for. China is buying all of these all of these skill gems and reselling them for much more. You can see, that's crazy, bro. I bought these 2 days ago for 3 Divines, and now they're back to 50 Divines. It's insane. This will go even higher. Crazy. But you don't need that. I'm not running it on this character. I'm not running it, so you don't need that. Just a little tip. So that is for auras. You can run Spirit on Amulet, and you can run another aura on this, like Overwhelming Presence would be pretty good. Or anything really. Like, you can run anything you want, man. Doesn't matter. For the passive Ascendancy, I am running Work Holders below. That's what makes it. This build comes online level 22 with the new with the first Ascendancy and Earthshatter unlocking level 22, so you can play it right away. Another one is you can break armor with fire skills with any skills you want. So this is amazing. Why I really like Warbringer. And a big fan of this is you explode corpses, which means corpse explosions happening off screen from a rare 2 screens away will not one-shot you anymore. you basically solve the issue. It's insane how tanky this character is just because of this alone. Wild. Imploding impacts is breaking armor below 0, which means more damage. And then we get Encasing Jade, which gives you physical damage reduction by 10%. It's really strong. If you get enough strength for Giant's Blood, you should go with Relentless Training. But it also depends because we have also block chance from the surrounded passive here, so might not even be needed. But yeah. For the other passives on the tree, we want to stack armor again. That's our EHP, if you will. I'm at like 18,000 right now, which is not the worst. So reduce damage from crits, Blade Catcher. You will be immune to stuns because of Polished Iron, pretty much. Some strength notes, because I do want to get the Giant's Blood eventually, which I don't have. Resolute Technique, we cannot deal crits, but it's fine because maces are hard to get crits. So this doubles the accuracy. This solves my accuracy issue, as you can see here. Vocal Empowerment. The rotation with this would be basically just you Warcry, you get double empowers, so you do double Earthshatter, proc it, double Earthshatter, proc it. You get more, the more enemies around you, the more empowered attacks you get, but you get the gist. Now we got Avatar Fire, full fire damage. Roaring Cries, again, we can proc Infernal Cry, getting rage right away, empowered attacks as well with no enemies around. Great for pre-buffing before bosses. Up top, another armor stacking, defensive, projectile bulwark, good stuff. Other Warcry stuff, we are looking for a lot of Warcry speed, and this one also applies a debuff, which is new. It reduces movement speed, but also reduces damage dealt by enemies by 10%. This is very good, even more for being tanky. This build is just, I don't know, man. This build is everything for warrior and melee build. Like, that's why it's my favorite. It's so good. Combinations are so good. Down here, we go surrounded passives with the Viper Cap right here because it's so strong. Attack speed here, a lot of damage here. A lot of movement speed and roll dodge, which goes well with Leap Slam because you can animation cancel the skill. Another great passive is Molten One's Gift. Armor Break applies to fire damage. Very important. I can really recommend it. And the armor stuff here. We go Iron Reflexes to convert evasion to armor. Attack speed stuff. And here I'm pathing towards attributes to get enough for Giant's Blood. This one will be very important. This is really good. Reduce attributes. Now for the jewels, we are running from nothing but magic to get the Prison Guard. Attack damage here. And then Vengeful Fury, you get armor per rage stack. And you can also pick 1 point here with the splitting round. Fissures have a chance to create additional fissure. This goes for every spike on Earthshatter separately. So we have 3 spikes and this chance applies to every single one separately. So you can get up to, I don't know, 9, I think, spikes. Wild. It's really good. You can pick it up as well. I believe it's 9. Now, weapon set 2, we're running movement speed stuff and ignoring penalty from armor. This is very good momentum. And we get the reduced potency of debuffs. I want to run these points for movement speed as well. Other weapon set 2 is Urgent Call for Warcry speed, but also recovering life if you use a Warcry. We are so tanky. This covers the cost of the Warcry pretty much. You can see my life doesn't move. It's straight up at 0. So, for the aura, by the way, you can run Berserk. Berserk will be more damage. You can run that. I might run Berserk instead of Time of Need, actually. We'll see. Now, weapon set 1, we want to stack as much damage as possible. So, Crushing Verdict, amazing multiplier, and stun build-up. You could see on the boss's clips the stun build-up is ridiculous. More damage here. This one is higher, 14% than here. This is only 10. And up top, we get In Your Face for 40%, 15 and 15. That's 70% damage here. Close range. Amazing stuff. Wow. Rotation. You want to prep or you're going to Warcry yourself up to Rage cap. For me, it's 34. So you want to run that. Then you want to drop 4 Jammer into 3 procs, Earthshatter, whatever, and then just detonate it all in one go. And mad bosses die in one hit like that. For Pinnacles, you do it again. You do double Earthshatter into Warcry to double empower your attacks. 4 Jammer, Earthshatter, Warcry, Earthshatter, double Warcry, stuff like that. That's it. That's it. Other jewels, what we have is Megalomaniac with acceleration for movement speed and skill speed, which works for both attacks and Warcries, as you can see here. Amazing stuff. So we want to stack that. Unforgiving is what I had from before at the league launch. I got this one, max rage and slower loss of rage. So that's very good right here. Heart of the Well, you want to look for increased armor from body armor. Skill speed is better because it rolls up to 6%. Attack speed is only 3. So there will be a huge buff to this build and extra fire damage. These 3 are the important things in here. Other jewels, we got Against the Darkness here. I bought this for 3 divines. It's crazy how cheap this is. 4 divines yesterday, and I did corrupted. Sadly, it should be +4. Fire damage, I should have divined it up. I might buy a new one. But strength percent increase, amazing for this because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 notables here. And if you decide to rage stack, which is very important as well, you can get even more 5 right here. I might eventually do it instead of these points. We'll see about that. Because it does give a lot of strength. So if it's make it or break it for Giant's Blood, I might respec here and put it here, but we'll see. By the way, speaking of Giant's Blood, great shield I can recommend is Surrender. With this one, you will be immortal. With this one, straight up, you will be immortal because you recover life on block. And you can see this shield is cheap. And it's for free, bro. This shield is so free. So for like Simulacrum, this shield will pop off. So it's either this or you can run Chernivok, which is just pure damage. Compared, I mean, you need block for this, but this is just pure damage. Again, very cheap. It's insane. This used to be so expensive. But yeah, you can get this as well. And that was it for the jewels, right? Items, Viper Cap, Surrounded Mechanic. Again, I have a separate video for it. Gives you a lot of damage, everything I showed on the tree. Now, chest piece, what is a game changer to me as in terms of survivability? I did not believe in this node, but I did craft this chest piece. How I did it, I'm gonna have crafting videos, but how I did it is I landed on Spirit from the white base, 3 sockets. I did use Orb as a to make a magic item with Spirit, and then I crafted on top of that with the Great Essence of Chaos. Then I also got the flat armor, which I used with homogenizing Exile Slam after that. And then I rolled randomly crit reduction here, which is really crazy good. This with Blade Catcher, you're basically immune to crits. It's really good. The survivability is sustained with this. I did double damage mods with critical glow in it. No problem. No problem. And this is also very important. So armor, / spirit, some this elemental damage resistances. Belt, again, Headhunter or Ingenuity or the Belt Darkness Enthroned with glove sockets. Boots, movement speed, armor, resistances, important things. Gloves here, these also, both of these were crafted. All these 3 items were crafted. And amulet as well from my friend. But yeah, gloves, you want to get flat damage, armor, or life. You want to get melee skills, attack speed, and increased socket effects will be the best, but I got Chaos Thrust instead of attack speed. But it's okay. The expensive part of this build is probably the sockets, boys. It is what it is. Nothing we can do about it. And mace. I did craft this one as well, I believe. I'm not sure now. But I recommend Sacred Mole as a base because it has the highest attack speed, or Massive Braid Hammer, which is the highest damage from maces. But if I look for physical damage, extra physical or fire, attack speed, skill levels, and then onslaught. For the one-handers, you want to look for flat elemental damage, then some physical or extra fire damage. Got a lot of combinations. I'm still yet to find the perfect one. Attack speed, melee skills, the classic. So this is one-hander on the weapon swap, and this is the second one, which is very different, but it's way less damage. You would guess this one would give you more damage, but it's actually way less. I'll show you. It could be because of attack speed, but with this one, I'm at 24.3. With this one, I'm at 22.4, 2k difference. So yeah, interesting. I will try to get some more and try to compare, but yeah. On the rings, you want to get fire damage percentage number 1. That's important. Flat fire damage. And then I like rarity for the next patch for the juice, or it can go life or another flat damage. Resistances, stacking both just like this. Now amulet, you want to get life, armor, melee skills, attributes, resistances. That's it. Allocate Titanic. I like because it gives you a lot of buffs, build up, threshold, and strength. But you can use anything you want really on the anoint. Excuse me. I have Onslaught here on the Charm, but I do have Onslaught on 2-hander, so that's probably not needed. But Freeze 1, Freeze Charm, then here we get the Recoup from Chaos Damage, very good as well. Because I'm not even Chaos Rest, so this comes in handy. And I believe we covered everything right now. Rotation, everything, I covered the gems as well, everything tree. So yeah, guys, that will be pretty much it. Once again, I stream every day on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. If you guys want to come over, stop by. I would greatly appreciate it. But with that said, thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you all. Have a great one. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, hit me up as well. And until next time, peace.